What do you do when a man leaves you emotionally broken, right? It's a question that I don't get asked often, but should be asked a lot more often than it is, right? And the reason why I say that is because a lot of times you don't notice that you're broken, you know? It's kind of like when you go through depression. You don't notice it. You don't notice you're depressed until you get out of the depression, and then you realize how deep in the rabbit hole you really were, you know? We cross the street, man. It's too loud in here. And it shows you how deep in the rabbit hole you really were. The reason why you realize it now is not because you just fucking woke up, right? But because there's contrast, you know? Like, the color blue, you know, like the color black, you know, if there's contrast, it's like me being, you know, like fucking dark skinned. If the darker I am, the whiter my teeth looks, you know? It's the same thing. It's kind of like those pairs were so deep that you don't notice yourself gradually getting into that place because it's so gradual. You just don't notice it. And you only notice how broken you are until you snap out of it and he happens to break up with you, or something happens, or you realize something, or a moment in your life changes, and then you see how fucking crazy you are, you know? And once you realize that, you're in the cycle of addiction. It's kind of like, even though you know you're in it, now you have the guilt, you know? And now you have the guilt of being that girl you talked about in the past, of never being that girl who gets played and shit, right? And how do you reconcile the person who you think you are with the person who you are at that moment, you know? And sometimes we try to escape admitting that. We just stay, you know? We just stay. We don't, not we. God forbid, I've never been in that kind of situation, but I could say that because I related to like smoking weed, you know? Like, I smoke a lot of weed. I've stopped, but I know how that is. It's kind of like, there is, you know, you don't notice how dependent you get on it until you try to stop and you see how much resistance there's inside of you, right? Look, man, the reason why you were left broken, right, is because you disconnected from yourself, you know? You wanted this person's validation so much that you forgot about what makes you happy. You know, you were so focused on making them happy because you think that if you make them happy, you believe that the smiles you give them is because of you. In reality, the smiles you give them, you have nothing to do with it. You know, you're just a character in this chapter until the next chapter, and you're killed off. You know, what you got to do is reconnect with yourself. Find out the things that made you happy when you were single. The problem is that sometimes you don't know the things that made you happy because even though you were never happy. You know, it's one of those things that it's important to reconnect with what really makes you happy, because doing the things that you enjoy, as silly as it sounds, when we become unhappy is when we stop doing the things we enjoy. You know, the things that we were naturally inclined to do when we were younger. You know, so it's hard to find that, right? So what you got to do, the first thing is, once you're left broken and stuff, get your body moving. That's one of the first things. Get your body moving. Either hit the gym or just get your body moving, right? And you just need to move. Like, go out there. That's what I used to do. I used to make videos. I make videos, you know? I'll make videos, or I'll play basketball, or I'll draw, right? But the point is that when you don't have nothing that makes you happy, what you got to do is first move. Just start moving mentally. Start moving mentally. Sometimes you move physically, but mentally you're stagnated in the past. What happens when water becomes stagnated? It becomes stale. You know, bacteria grow. You begin to develop negative thought patterns, repetitive thought patterns that revolve around the pain that you've experienced. So as a result, you begin to re-experience that pain, reinforcing those patterns, getting deeper and more, and becoming more part of your character. And it's important to snap out of that, because I'm telling you, man, one of the hidden costs. When I say hidden cost, is because you're not aware of the other side of the coin, right? The hidden cost of being with somebody who doesn't love you is that you feel neglected. It's like being raised by a neglectful parent. What happens when a kid doesn't get love? He gets needy. He gets crazy. So when you're with someone who you feel doesn't love you that much, I'm telling you, you're gonna get the validation from time to time, but with that validation comes venom. The cure becomes worse than the disease, you know? So we got, like, you know, it's important to recover. And the way you do that is reconnect with yourself. Go look. I say this a lot, right? But there's two different ways to do it, right? And then and these two ways are different based on my philosophy where I am in life, right? One of the first ways to reconnect with yourself is reconnecting to the present moment, trying to stop trying to find happiness in something, you know. So what if you guys want to do that? Go watch a video of mine, how to accept yourself, right? Go watch the older videos. They talk more about the spiritual aspect of it, right? But that's the first thing, reconnecting with who you are, right? Because who you are isn't the one who's in your mind. Who you are is the one that has always been there and has never changed, right? You might say, what do you mean by that? I've always been here. All right, but what do you mean you? You know, you that got hurt, you the child, you the mother. There's a lot of different yous. And based on the you that you identify with, is going to be based on the pain that you're going to experience. So it's funny how the you is what experiences the pain. But what's behind the you? Who is the one who's observing the you? You know, who is behind this person who you call you? The silent witness, the presence that permeates everything. Right? Reconnecting with that selfless self, the present moment, which is every one of us. See, I relate it to electricity, right? You have electricity that fills every kind of fucking electronic, right? You have different kinds of life, but the same electricity is in every electronic. The same presence is in every one of us. I am you and you are me. You just think you're different. That's the only difference. Is the thought that you're different. But if you just stop thinking that I am different and just realize that we're all literally the same person, there's something different that happens. You see how close we really are. You see how much of a connection we could experience, but we just don't because we just think we're different. It's kind of like the difference between seeing someone who you love and a stranger. You know, by being connected to the moment, you see yourself in everybody. You know what's the beauty about it? You feel connected to everybody. It's not that you're a fool though, that you trust everybody, but that you are aware of the hidden reality. That you are me and I am you. And that's a peaceful thing. So you walk around and you see yourself in everything. You see yourself in a tree. You see yourself in an object. You see yourself in Trump. As much as that is, right? When you see a screen, as transparent as it is, you're noticing that it's reflecting who you are, you know? Now, after that, the next way to connect with yourself, outside of the spiritual aspect, is connecting with your calling as a person. When you love someone and you fall in love with someone, you forget about yourself. In fact, you might even throw away your goals and dreams for the sake of making that person happy. And what happens is that the more you try to please them, the more you put yourself last. And putting yourself last doesn't just mean self-care. Putting yourself last means not putting your goals on the side. You know, and what tends to happen is that after a while, when things don't work out, what will inevitably happen is that you're gonna get resentful because you have put in so much and nothing has returned. And what's gonna happen? Two things might happen. One, you might say, I'm too deep into this, so I'm not gonna let this one go. Or you might say and realize, shit, I'm not getting nothing out of this, and just leave. That's where I want you guys to possibly get into. But we all know that's not gonna happen, because I know you guys. You guys are hard-headed, right? You gotta find something that you enjoy first. I mean, I don't know, like you might say, I don't know what it is. Think back at the things that you did that raptured your attention, that just got you focused, that just excited you when you woke up. You gotta find that. Go read the book Mastery by Robert Greene. It's a long subject to talk about it, but that's what I do, right? And you know, when things inevitably go wrong, right? What tends to happen is I tend to lose myself in drawing, you know? I lose myself in painting and stuff like that, and you immerse yourself, and sometimes you even forget that you had a date. You even forget you have a date 1 hour from now, right? And that connection is not something you feel in the beginning though. The more you do that one thing that you enjoy, the better you get. And what happens is the better you get, the more the newer that experience. You know that feeling of being good at something, like you know that feeling of doing something better than you ever had before, like that effortless feeling. It's like there's no more friction. It's like when you fill the bike up with air. It's like you're like, wow, now this bike is riding fast, right? That's what I'm talking about. Is that in the beginning, you're gonna do something, you're gonna struggle, right? You are gonna struggle, and you may not even enjoy it. You may not even enjoy it, but you kind of enjoy it, right? I mean, that kind of enjoy it. Keep going, get better at it. What's gonna happen is that after a while, in the process itself, I don't give a fuck what you're learning, but the process itself produces a pattern. You create repetitiveness. You're creating a routine. And what happens when you have a routine is that things become predictable. And when things become predictable, it allows you to calm down. It allows you to relax. You know, that routine allows your mind to relax. You know, and it takes time to get in that routine. But the key to keeping that routine is that you have to have some natural inclination. You know, it may not be art for you, but you gotta find what that is. Go look inside of yourself. Notice the things that you enjoy. Notice the things that you hate. Notice every like and dislike. If you pay close attention to all of your likes and dislikes, and you step back, you're gonna see a clear picture of who you are, right? But when you're so looking at every little aspect, like this, without really taking the time and just looking at every aspect of your personality, the things you like and don't like, and not saying I'm gonna find it now. You're just noticing. Like, you're not even trying to fucking find it. You're just paying attention. For example, like when I draw, I'm not looking for my style of drawing, right? I'm just looking at the things that I just happen to enjoy most. You know, what aspect of drawing do I enjoy most? You know, why do I, like, you know, it's not that one aspect is better than the other, but the fact that you like a part of drawing more than other is a reflection of who you are. And the more I follow that path, slowly but surely, I'm gonna develop a style. You know, I'm gonna see somebody. It's like narcissistic people, right? Narcissistic people, you know, they see a narcissist and they'll say, "Oh, dude, I like you," right? Because they sort of remind them of themselves, right? So when I see an artist doing something interesting and I like it, I pay attention because that tells me something that's inside of me, right? So I'm paying close attention to what captivates my attention, to what I don't like, to what annoys me, and not trying to find the answers now, but just collecting. And what's gonna happen is that after a while of collecting and just noticing information, because in the past you were just so distracted by problems that you didn't have the mental round to really pay attention to something like this, you're gonna have a moment of serendipity where you're just randomly gonna be taking a shower during a moment of relaxation, during a moment of not expecting, and it's just gonna come up. But it's not just gonna come up because you're made out of gold, but you were preparing the ground. You know, you were constantly putting in the work, and that work isn't force. That work is observation and intention. You're saying my intention is to find what I enjoy in a patient way. You cannot be impatient with this. It's impossible to be impatient with this because you're gonna fool yourself. It's kind of like trying to find a relationship now, and because the first dude that comes, you know, you know, like, I don't know, like, for example, it's kind of like me, like, I don't know, like, I'm not looking for a girl, but if I was desperate for a girl and a sexy girl hits me up and I'm looking for a girlfriend, but one of my things that I enjoy, one second, the truck. And one of the things that I enjoy are threesomes with other women, and she is straight and does not like other women, then I'm gonna have to make a choice. You know? Like it's how it is, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, don't take what you think you could do better than. You know what I'm saying? Like take the risk. But then that's another subject. Because I'm a man and it's different. You're women and you guys have more quote unquote timelines. So that one factor does make that advice that I just told you a little bit different and maybe unrealistic, right? Who knows? I'm a guy. There's a lot of things that I don't know, simply because I'm a guy, and also like I have my own perspective, right? Like it's hard. Like it's sometimes you forget. Like anyways, all right. Let me see in the comments. I'm not see if there's any comments, people. There's a lot of comments. Let me see the super chats. Hey, we got a Bliss. Thank you for the $5 donation. Hey, Alex, good to see you. I'm wondering how long can live with a provider man without sex. Bro, no, man, that's not, you're cheating him, man. What are you doing, man? You know you're cheating him. Why are you there? You know he wants sex, right? And you're there. Look, if you don't want it, move out, man. Like, honestly. Like, you can't be slick with people. I remember one time I hit up a girl, right? And she came over, right? I was in Mexico, actually. And she was like 50 miles away from where I was staying. And to Mexico, that's a far, that's a distance. And she was like, and I told her that I was leaving that night. Right? And she was like, oh my God, I can't wait to see you. I'll take the trip there. It'll take 2 hours, but I'll see you. And I told her it's my last night. What the fuck do you guys think that means? Honestly, God, what do you think about that? My last night, you want to come and see me? All right. You're going to have to travel 2 hours. Okay, you coming? Cool. By the way, you know what? Since I know you're coming at 2 p.m., I'm going to cancel plans with this girl I was going to see, and we're going to have a good time, all right? Let her know that I canceled a plan to see her. This bitch comes to the fucking date. We go to the place. I invite her back to my place. For more drinks, right? So I'm making it very obvious. I'm being very obvious with her, right? And she goes back to my place, and then I go for the kiss, and she's like, what are you doing? And I'm getting flashbacks at that moment. I'm like, is this deja vu or some shit, man? I'm like, what are you talking about? She was like, did I give you the impression that I give you the impression that I wanted something more? And I'm like, am I gonna have to throw this bitch out? Am I really gonna have to throw this bitch out my fucking apartment? Am I really gonna do that for the first time in my life? Ladies, I don't give a fuck that you don't give me anything. I don't give a fuck. But when a man makes it obvious to you, like when a man makes the scenario of sex obvious to you, and you go, and you act dumb, what the fuck? So what I did, I was like, so what the hell did you expect? She was like, oh, I didn't know you were gonna think like that. And I was like, so you know it's my last day here, and you came, so what are you gonna do after this? And she was like, oh, I'm gonna go see my sugar daddy. And I'm like, you're gonna go see your sugar what? Yeah, I'm gonna go see my sugar daddy after this. Yeah, I just need the money. And I'm like, you telling me, you came to me, went on a date, made me cancel my date, gave me the impression that you wanted something more. I invite you back to my place, tell you to go back to my place. You know what's funny is that I noticed that when she sat down, she sat down like 3 feet away from me, you know? And that's what when she sat down, I was like, interesting. She sat like 3 feet away from me, right? And that's okay, that happens. So then after 20 minutes, I told her, hey, want to sit close to me? I went like this, yeah, come over here, sit right here, like not on my lap, but like next to me. She's like, yeah, no. And I'm like, this is weird. Because at least she would have sat close to me, right? She had her fucking legs, like making sure that I wasn't close to her, right? And then before she said the sugar daddy thing, I was like, by the way, are you like shy by nature or something? She's like, no, I'm pretty extroverted. I was like, interesting, you know? I was like, very interesting, very, very extroverted, are you, huh? Interesting, right? And then I was like, look, and now I was just very direct. I was like, look, girl, what's funny? Yo, all right, this is a funny part, all right? On the message on Tinder, right? Because Mexican girls are very direct, right? On the message, I was like, what are you looking for? And she was like, I don't know, friends, sex, whatever happens. So then I was like, get out. And when she told me that sugar daddy thing, I was like, get out. She was like, what do you mean get out? I was like, just go. The door's right there. And I was like this, the door's right there. She's like, what? I was like, yo, like, just, like, I don't want you to give me anything. In fact, like, just go, dude. Just go. She was like, what are you talking? I was like, yo, come on, man. Just go. Like, the door's right there. Just go. And she was like, are you gonna call me an Uber? I was like, yo, the door's right there. Just go, man. Honestly, just go. You're annoying me right now. Like, you're annoying me. Honest to God, man. Like, I never kicked a girl out. Like, I don't demand. Like, I'm not entitled to sex. I really am not. Honest to God. Like, I'm not. But, bitch, when you fucking do that shit to me, was I wrong? Honest to God. Like, was I wrong for kicking her out? Please tell me if I was wrong. Because, like, come on, man. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, it's crazy. I never had to kick a bitch out of my house, man. I've never had to kick a girl out. But boy, was it good. Boy, was it good to tell her to get the fuck out. Oh, my God, was it good. Holy shit, was that good. Because literally, yo, she literally knew what she was doing. She literally knew what she was doing. Literally. It's like that girl from my Facebook. If you guys go on my Facebook group, you'll see the story of this chick who hit me up on Tinder just to say no to me. I recorded the conversation and I actually invited her to the group. So go ahead and check it out. They're having a discussion and shit. They're arguing with her. And she's like, he's an asshole. Yeah, it's fucking hilarious, man. I'm telling you, man. Today has been a day of drama for me, man. All right, ladies. Yeah, telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. These stories, man. Fuck. You can't make this up, man. You just can't make this up. You can't make it up. You know? You cannot make it up. You know? You just cannot make this up. It's insane, man. Fuck, man. It's great. Yo, anyways, people. Relax to myfoottraction.org. Telling you guys my stories, all right? Boy, was that fucking hilarious, man. Look, that one, honest to God, I don't know which was worse. This one or the girl who friend-zoned me with her friend. Like, that get the fuck out of here, man. These stories are hilarious, man. All right, yo, this is out, man. This is Alex from myfoottraction.org. If you guys want one-on-one coaching, go to myfoottraction.org/in-the-game coaching. If you guys want to purchase my, yeah, just get the fuck out. I'm out, man. Bye.